Well, Jeff Sessions didn't have a good night last night. Let's check in and see how he's doing.
Greetings, salutations.
Attorney General Sessions?
That is indeed ipso facto a priori my identity. Who, may I ask, is calling me on my home line?
Mr. Sessions, this is Jimmy.
Ah, yes, Jimmy Dore with the computer show. Now, I forget, remind me again, are you a gentleman of the Jewish persuasion?
No, I'm not. My background is... Oh, my God. My background is Irish and Polish Catholic.
Mm. Do you have any officially issued documents to verify that particular assertion, sir?
No. This is America. I don't think you need papers to prove that sort of thing.
Yes. I suppose we didn't get to that one before I got fired.
Mm-hmm.
How may I be of assistance to you on this Wednesday afternoon, sir?
Well, well, I just wanted to see how you're holding up after your defeat last night.
Jimmy, I tell you what, I am plumb flabbergasted.
Really?
Oh, yes. Flummoxed, bewildered, more turned around than a polecat caught in a cotton gin, and I got the vapors. I simply cannot see how aligning myself with Donald Trump politically in such a public and aggressive manner and then refusing to be his toady will blow up in my face to this degree. I simply could not have foreseen these occurrences.
You know, to make it clear to our listeners, I guess I should point out that you, Jeff Sessions, lost the Republican primary for Senate yesterday.
Football coach Tommy Tuberville defeats Southern lawyer Jefferson Beauregard Sessions for the Alabama Senate seat. Have you ever heard of such a ridiculous sentence, Jimmy Dore? Of course not. It should be the other way around.
Well, what do you think went wrong, Jeff?
Well, I suppose my primary misstep was to appeal to Southern Republicans who were not rabid supporters of Donald Trump. Little did I realize that no such person, living or dead, in fact exists. We probably should have done a little more on-the-ground research to ascertain that our campaign was geared toward the voting bloc that does not, in fact, inhabit this mortal plane, and whose very corporeal existence could not be conceived of by any mind, either celestial or earthbound.
Yeah, it's sort of amusing to me that you thought those people were out there, or that any non-pro-Trump Republicans get elected at all.
Well, hold on now. You got at least two Republican senators who are not lockstep with Trump, Mitt Romney, that Mormon fella, and Lisa Murkowski, that Jewish lady.
Lisa Murkowski isn't Jewish either.
Well, then she better return that last name of hers to the dry goods store.
Besides, they don't represent states in the Deep South like Alabama.
Well, all the more reason to have voted for me. Like I said, my full name is Jefferson Beauregard Sessions. How much more of a Confederate dog whistle name do you need to have? Stonewall Jackson Lynch? segregation? James Crow III? Come on now.
Do you think that your loss should be a warning to other Republicans about crossing or defying President Trump?
Do I? Does a muskrat look both ways before crossing the train tracks? You better believe I do. My fellow GOP better look after themselves. If you aren't with Trump, then you ain't with the Republican Party no more. It's as simple as that. That's just how the flapjack's done flapped.
Well, what happens to the GOP lawmakers left in the House and Senate if Trump loses this November?
They're still going to have to support him.
Even when he's not the president anymore?
Especially when he's not the president anymore. If he loses, it's going to damage his ego. And that's when Trump is the most dangerous, the most likely to lash out at them, his political enemies. He will still demand loyalty even after he loses.
Loyalty for what?
Who knows what? He doesn't think that far ahead. Opening a mall in New Jersey. Riding around in a tank, blowing stuff up at Mar-a-Lago. Who gives a monkey's behind? They all got to be there supporting him, or he'll leak all that blackmail stuff he's got on half of them.
What are you going to do now?
Oh, I'm going to take this time and slide into retirement. Maybe drink a little more than I should. Catch up with old friends. Work on this life-size chessboard in my backyard of toppled Confederate monuments I've been collecting. I got an Albert Sidney Johnston statue getting shipped in right now from Birmingham.
All right. Sounds good, Mr. Sessions. You take care now.
You take care, too, Jimmy, you slick-talking Yankee weasel. You never call me again now, you hear?
Hey, this is the part where I tell you where our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then I would tell you to go join our premium, but nobody has a fucking job. So why don't you just enjoy the video?